For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Community of Faith Mission is a faith-based emergency shelter program which, through volunteers, provides food and shelter to individuals who have found themselves without a home in the Williamsburg, Virginia area during the coldest months of the year.
People often ask, how did the shelter program start? We saw there was a need for an emergency shelter program in the Williamsburg area, so in 2012, the Community of Faith Mission was initially established through the St. Bede's Homeless Ministry. We were blessed. The faith community quickly came together and actively supported the mission.
Williamsburg is not immune to having a homeless population. With many people living paycheck to paycheck, a sudden job loss, illness, or even a substance abuse problem can cause an individual to become unsheltered very quickly. This is especially true if they have no family support. And this is where Community of Faith Mission comes in.
We help individuals who need emergency shelter during the coldest months of the year. For some people, they are at the lowest point in their life. Some might be sleeping in their cars, in the woods. We offer them a warm, safe place to sleep and lift them in hope.
The shelter program meant a lot to me because, you know, somewhere to go sleep, it was warm, you get good food to eat, and great people there. Before the program, I found myself sleeping wherever, woods, sidewalks, wherever, you know. I'm a brickmason by trade, but when work ran out, there's money run out, I had to move out, so I ended up homeless.
I was living in my car in the Walmart parking lot, and I was scared at first. You know, I was hesitant about going just because I was angry at God because of the situation I was in. I couldn't believe that He had let this happen to me. It started getting cold and I was hungry and I needed help, and I knew that I couldn't do this on my own. I went to the church and I was just so happy and so blessed to see and that the welcoming that the people there had given me. They were just so friendly and so nice. Once I got off of the street and I found a place to live, I started attending one of the local churches. And then the following year, as a result, I actually volunteered to help out during the shelter stay.
COFM is made up of more than 30 congregations in the Williamsburg area. They act as either a shelter host or a shelter partner. Hosts offer their facility, food, and volunteers to operate their shelter week. Partners offer support to the host with volunteers and food. These shelter hosts and partners join together to provide 18 weeks of shelter during the coldest months of the year.
The COFM trailer travels from one shelter host to the next, week by week, carrying all the sleeping mats, bed linens, towels, pillows, and much more.
A typical night at the shelter begins with check-in at 6:30, followed by dinner. After a warm night's sleep, breakfast is served in the morning with checkout at 7 a.m. While all congregations must follow the same operational schedule and procedures, each one finds a way to make their week their own.
Volunteers share dinner and fellowship with guests each evening, sometimes playing board games, watching movies, and sometimes other optional services are offered by the congregations.
And so our church and ministry has been tremendously blessed by being part of the homeless shelter during the winter months. It's not so much been that the homeless have been blessed as much as we've been blessed. God have moved in our ministry as we serve them. We've seen our focus and mission for the church and the ministry. And as a pastor of Chickahominy Baptist Church, I could not imagine not being part of this program.
I have been volunteering at the winter shelter. This will be my third winter. Upon going that first night, it moved me to no end. There were folks there that, through no fault of their own, were without housing, a warm place to sleep, a hot meal for dinner. The first time I was there, when checking in someone, that's usually where I work, is at the check-in desk. I asked a guest number, and in looking up, it was someone that I had known in my past. And talk about humbling and a real awakening that there are people out there who are wonderful people who truly are in need. So this is pretty much, I've come to believe this is my calling, and it just really means the world to me and the people in my church.
The shelter program really gives us a resource we didn't have in the past. We come across people that were homeless, down on their luck, had no place to stay. And we would try to find resources for them through other organizations, but we didn't have anything here locally that we could depend upon, and having the shelter program in place really makes a big difference for us.
Without God's blessings and the support of more than 2,200 volunteers from the faith community, this mission would not be possible. The COFM board is thankful to all the many congregations for their time, compassion, and support.